This is an issue of their monthly bulletin cover article, March 2012, a year and a half ago. The worst place to be in America when you're sick is an American hospital. I'll show you why they say that. I took two things out of the article so you know where they're coming from. The number of American patients who die each year from American hospital errors is the same as 4 jumbo jets crashing each week. They say there's 1,500 people. That's 3,000 every 2 weeks. It's 6,000 a month. That's 72,000 a year. How many of you would fly commercial airlines if you knew that they killed 72,000 passengers every year? Nobody would fly. And yet you still go to a doctor. Now you think about it. They kill 72,000 of their customers every year from just simple mistakes. Hello? They don't even get their license suspended for 3 seconds. Nobody goes to jail. They don't get a parking ticket. People say, Wallach, why are you so rough on doctors? My wife is a microsurgeon from Harvard, for God's sakes. Why am I so rough on doctors? Well, if they didn't give me the material, I couldn't do it, could I? This is not my figures. Newsweek magazine cover article. The one word that will save your life in a hospital in America is a 2-letter word that every 2-year-old knows. No! You failed 4 rounds of chemotherapy. We have this new experimental drug we want to use on you. No! How long do I have to live? Well, without this drug, you might live 2 weeks. Good, send me home. If you only have 2 weeks to live, wouldn't you rather be in your own home with your own bed, with your cat on your lap, and your grandkids hugging you, you're passing on your advice to them, instead of dying in the hospital being poisoned by a bunch of money-crazed doctors? Doesn't that make better sense? If they say you only have 2 weeks to live, say, bye-bye, boys and girls, I'm going home so I can hug my grandkids. Instead of your grandkid comes to see you in the hospital and they say, honey, you can't see Grandma right now. She's busy being killed by the doctor. This is my favorite of all favorites because they list the source of all their information. This is a full-page article in the USA Today. Came out February 5th, 2007. And the information was based on the basis of the article. The title is self-evident here, Patient Protect Thyself. And they said the sources, and it came from the Institute of Medicine, the Journal of the American Medical Association, the Center for Disease Control, a federal agency that tracks all this stuff. I mean, we're talking extremely respectable stuff. The Journal of the American Medical Association is the most reputable medical journal in America, maybe even the world. Most highly respected. I mean, even if you don't like doctors, you've got to admit to that, right? So that's where they got the information from. What they said was in this, it was a full-page article. I had to chop it up to get it on here. They said each year in America, yearly, American doctors kill, injure, and infect 15 million of their customers in their workplace. They kill, injure, and infect 15 million of their customers in their workplace. American doctors kill, injure, and infect more people each year in America than the mafia has in 1,000 years. You're quiet because you get it. Let's see. This one is from Wednesday, November 2012. Johnson & Johnson to pay $2.4 billion in hip implant suits. This represents 10 million hip implant patients. Why on earth would you get a hip implant? Insurance pays. As I say, the worst possible thing for human health in America was the insurance system. It causes this to be attractive to people. Your doctor says, well, you don't fit that profile. You'll be fine. Oh, okay. And you die during surgery. Or you get an infection. They amputate your leg at the hip. Or the thing breaks apart in you, and they have to go back in there and deal with it. Oh, so you get $20,000. Yahoo. There's another one of my favorites because it deals with animals and people. Remember, I'm a veterinarian and a physician. This one is from the Center for Disease Control, that federal agency, again, that tracks this kind of stuff, CDC. Remember I said earlier that according to the Journal of the American Medical Association, the Center for Disease Control, each year in America, medical doctors kill, injure, and infect 15 million of their customers in their workplace. Infections in hospital. This does not include infections from private practices and group practices and all that kind of stuff. Just hospitals each year, according to the CDC, medical doctors infect 2 million people, of which 90,000 die every year. This is a yearly figure. 90,000 die from the infections inflicted upon their customers in their workplace. What would happen to Taco Bell if they were to infect and kill 90,000 customers? They wouldn't be open for 3 breaths. I mean, they would be gonzo. You think about it. You make sure you'll vote for somebody because they'll vote you in insurance that'll pay the doctor. Can anybody name me an insurance policy that prevents or cures disease? You see, insurance just pays the doctor when you screw up. Insurance doesn't protect you from disease. It just offers you up on a plate to the doctor. Oof. Well, how does that happen? How could that happen? Well, it happens because doctors wear the same white coat, the same trousers, the same pantyhose, the same shoes, room to room to room, dragging pee, poop, blood, pus, snot, slime, bacteria, virus, fungus, and yeast from room to room to room. Now, how can I say that? If I say something as outrageous as it is, you know I can always back it up. Because I spend so much time in federal court attacking the FDA, they would love to get me, so I'm always very careful, right? Yes. Okay. Well, that was March of 1998. In August of 2012, 17 years earlier, they identified one bacteria called C. diff, Clostridium difficile. It's only found in human poop. It's a human poop bacteria. Of those 90,000 people who are killed each year in hospitals, 1/3 of them, 30%, 30,000, are killed by this one bug, human poop bug. Now, what would happen if Iran or North Korea were to send over an intercontinental ballistic missile with a biological weapon in it? Hit the big population centers like LA, Chicago, Dallas, New York, Newark, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Miami. And they'd infect 2 million in these high population centers and kill 90,000. Would we send those people a Christmas card? Would we send those people chocolate to win their hearts and minds? No. Even the most ardent anti-war protester would fight you to be the one to push the button to vaporize those people because they just killed their grandma. And yet everybody wants to go to their doctor because insurance pays. Now, to show you how bad this is, in 1993, there were 85,750 of these infections from C. diff, Clostridium difficile, human poop bacteria. 17 years later, in 2010, it went up 400% to 346,800. What does that tell you? It tells you the doctors don't give a rat's tail. They don't care. There's no consequences. It went up 400%. Why should they wash their hands? There's no consequences if they don't. You know, Frank, I killed 7 people today. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're all in the same boat. Just have another martini and relax. See you on the green. See, now, if they were doing something to stop all this, the chart should look like that, shouldn't it? But it looks like this. What is the date on this? Again, this is August 2012. This is not 100 years ago. It got so bad in 2013, it was a big article in the Wall Street Journal. It's never too awkward to ask, have you washed your hands, Doc? Back off! You dirty pig. Get out of here. I didn't see you wash your hands. If you ever have to go to a doctor's office, carry a water gun full of urine. If he comes in without washing his hands, just spray him. See how it feels, pig. That'll turn him around a little bit, wouldn't it?